Greetings to Arrow fans. Well, look at Arrow Season 4 now continues on with the episode Broken Hearts. The scene opens on a youthful couple, bleeding and attached to seats, while Cupid circles them, singing an adoration melody. She asks the pair on the amount they love one another, and when they have genuine affection, she executes them. In court, Demon Darkslayer demands that he was a casualty, not a culprit, and the argument against him ought to be excused. The appointed authority says that before she does that, she will hear proof from Laurel. At Oliver's condo, Felicity is moving out and requests that Oliver drop the wedding scene with the goal that she can uninvite the visitors. Thea gets some information about Team Arrow and says that she's obviously still a section of the group, paying little mind to their status as a team. In the flashback, Oliver, Tiana, Ryder, and others clear their path through an underground corridor. They go to a special stepped area where there's a horned veil. Ryder says that he originated from an African town that was demolished to the ground. At the point when Oliver challenges him on how extraordinary he'll be than the ones who've torched his town, he says he's altogether different and shoots somebody. At the refuge, Laura comes to tell the group she needs proof, and that the ghosts took their cyanide containers. They and Felicity offer to affirm about their own kidnappings, and Felicity uncovers to the group that she said a final farewell to Oliver. Oliver is gathered to a wrongdoing scene by Lance, who shows him the assemblages of the two youthful darlings. Mastermind and Heartshaper write a note that says, "Love is dead." Back at the nest, Diggle uncovers that Cutter worked her way off of Task Force X. In terms of the casualties were well off, Druid's socialites. In court, Dark's legal advisor investigates Diggle, saying that he has proof that Diggle helped Thea purchase cocaine. After they all leave the court, Timur stressed that Dark's legal counsel will expose them all as vigilantes. Arrow affirm, regardless of the peril to himself. However, Laurel isn't hearing it. Felicity calls with the area of Cupid, who has taken another big-name couple prisoner. She's driving them around a limo, which Team Arrow seeks through Pennytown. Thea, sticking to the top of the limo, is startled when it crashes through a carport. Oliver advises Diggle to take care of his sister, drives his bike into the distribution center where he makes the limo crash. Cupid has just left it and is utilizing the vehicle as an interruption. After she hits him a couple of times, he figures how to tie her up with a bullet bolt. If she slips her securities and departures while he's centered around sparring the prisoners. Rivera makes sense of that she's focusing on VIP couples, while Felicity is being unnuanced and enraged. Then Diggle advises Oliver to request that her return to him. In the flashback, the Mad Raider shot passes on, and his spirit enters the symbol on the raised area. Eritrea connects with it, and a tattoo on his arm sparkles. He says he's retaining the intensity of a solitary life, and educates his shooters to murder the remainder of them outdoors. At Laura's loft, Lance comes to see her, gets information about other likely observers from Oliver's vacation party. At the point which is none of them consented to affirm that she can't get inscrutability and suspectability for her dad, Lance says that he needs to affirm in any case. At long last, she concurs, you're relying on the press acquit that he says he acted under pressure. At the nest, Felicity has broken down a piece of Cupid's outfit to verify that she's probably hanging out at a drawn-out storeroom for her wedding dresses. The group heads to the area, and Diggle finds an edge of the room set up as a place of worship. Discover Oliver and Felicity's commitment declaration, when she takes the refuge and recommends they get hitched, take the objective off of an honest couple and onto them. Felicity would like to make herself an objective, however hesitantly concurs. They choose to release that there's a private mystery wedding going on. In the flashback, Oliver and Tiana come up short on cavern to go through and get an approach to CB radio from Ryder, saying it's going to come after them on the off chance that they don't return. In court, Lance confesses to all that he accomplished for Dark. On interrogation, they can't jab an opening in his contention to calls attention to that he's devastating his vocation and most likely his life thusly. At Oliver and Felicity's wedding setting, there's no indication of Cupid yet. Felicity enters, and Oliver is overwhelmed. Felicity is restless. The justice of the peace reveals to them that they have composed their own pledges. Keep in mind that Felicity's are cursory, Oliver's are inside out and ardent. As Felicity is going to react mournfully, Cupid appears and begins shooting bolts. She fires right at Oliver, the parry puncturing his heart, and after assessing the gadget that she says will cut down the structure on head of Felicity. Oliver gets up, uncovering that his protector demanded Kevlar. She approaches with arrangements for the explosives. After a monologue about her messed up heart, she says she'll be removing the center man and the entire until the end of time thing. Felicity talks her down, saying that affection doesn't rise to death, that adoration is life. She conveys a discourse that reflects Oliver's promises, saying that affection gives her life importance and reason, and that it merits living for. What's more, similarly as Cupid is going to sorrowfully submit to Felicity's impact, T-Rex comes in to stop her. After a tussle, Thea ties her up and Oliver shoots her in the leg. After the function, Cupid is pulled path by police, and Oliver and Felicity talk about their individual affirmations. Oliver gets together to discuss it. However, Felicity wouldn't like to focus on a period. Thea comes to uncover that the appointed authority is going to render a decision on the dark case, thus Lily keeps the change separate from her wedding dress. In the flashback, a couple of raiders men come after Oliver and Tiana, yet they prepare to debilitate them and take their firearms. In court, the appointed authority recognizes that the proof against Dark is feeble. However, Lance's declaration was convincing, and Dark's movement to excuse has been denied. At the police office, Lieutenant Beckett goes to Lance that he's being suspended and requests his identification and firearm. Tree offers to protect him before internal affairs. He advises her to concentrate looking into it. Back at the den, Oliver's reading the news when Felicity comes to see him. He discloses to her that he implied all that he said at the wedding. Emily says he cherishes him, yet she can't wed him. She says that regardless of the amount he cherishes her, there will consistently be a piece of him that holds back to the man who was stuck on the island alone and went to the city alone. She accepts always really being able to change, and she is sorry. And she says she wasn't right when she persuaded him that they could have everything. She reveals to Oliver that she's leaving Team Arrow since it's difficult to even think about being around it, however not be with him. She goes to him that they'll be fine without her, and there's no fixing what's going on with their relationship. She says she wouldn't like to release him, yet she's as of now gone. In prison, Dark is accompanied to his phone, where he hauls the ring out of his mouth and places it on his finger. At that point, he's ruminating and grins. Oh, that's not good. So anyway, let's take a look at some trivia surrounding this episode. The USS Cupid brings a whole new meaning to Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. This references CW's other television series, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. They calls Felicity Scissorhands, a reference to the digital protagonist of the 1990 film Edward Scissorhands. And now finally onto some goofs. In the newspaper clipping announcing Oliver and Felicity's engagement, it says the bride and groom have degrees from the local universities, which is an error. Felicia graduated from MIT and moved to Starling City after, whilst Oliver never received any degree, having dropped out of 4 schools, all of which are Ivy League. However, it's possible Oliver and Felicity intentionally leaked incorrect information to keep their wedding low profile. Given the disorganized state of the paper's info, it may also be a joke by the producers. So overall, I think this is a pretty interesting episode, and yeah, I do feel kind of sad that Felicity's leaving Team Arrow, but yeah, it's just so heartbreaking. So anyway, overall, I give Broken Hearts 4 arrowheads out of 5. Well, anyway, tune in to wait till the next episode, Beacon of Hope. So, until then, in the words of Oliver Queen, you have failed this city.